A small red light blinks quietly on the edge of a phone, hidden between a water glass and a folded napkin. No one at the surrounding tables notices it. The restaurant hums with low conversation, clinking cutlery, and soft jazz playing somewhere overhead. Hunter Lawson sits alone at a table near the window. He smiles politely at the waiter, nodding as his water glass is refilled, completely unaware that 3 pairs of eyes are watching him with sharp focus. From the corner booth, to anyone else he looks calm, comfortable, almost boring. Perfect. Derek leans forward slightly, keeping his voice low. "This is exactly how he always looks," he mutters. Relaxed, confident, like he's got nothing to hide. Greg adjusts the angle of the phone just a little, making sure Hunter's face is framed cleanly. "Give it a minute," he says. "Once she walks in, we'll see." Tim smirks, arms crossed. "You really think he's going to walk out?" Derek doesn't look away from the screen. If he's faking it, yeah. People love being inclusive until it costs them comfort. They fall silent as the hostess opens the door. At 6:55 p.m., Hunter checks his watch again. He tells himself to relax. It's just dinner. Just a conversation. But his heart is beating harder than it should. He hasn't been on a date in 4 years. 4 years since he decided that part of his life was finished. The hostess approaches his table. "Good evening. Reservación." "Yes," Hunter replies. "Blind date, Megan Blonde, around 30? She smiles. "Right this way. She should be arriving any moment." Hunter nods and sits back down. His hands rest on the table, then shift, then fold together. He catches his reflection in the dark glass of the window beside him. Navy shirt, clean jeans, a face that looks older than it did the last time he did this. June's voice floats back into his mind from earlier that evening. "Daddy, you look handsome." He'd smiled then, bending down to kiss her hair. "Thanks, Bug. Are you going to marry her?" He'd laughed gently. "It's just one date." Now sitting here, that question feels heavier. What was he doing? He'd built a life that worked, routine, stability. Just him and June. He'd promised himself he wouldn't complicate it. The door opens. Megan Smith steps inside at 7:02 p.m. She pauses just long enough to take in the room. Her posture is straight, composed. Long blonde hair falls over her shoulders, catching the warm light. She wears a simple dress, nothing flashy, but it suits her perfectly. The hostess speaks to her. Megan's eyes follow the woman's lips carefully. She nods, responds, her voice clear but slightly modulated. From the corner booth, Derek taps the screen. "Recording," he whispers. Hunter stands as Megan approaches his table. Every instinct in him sharpens, the way she scans the space. The careful steps, the focus on mouths instead of sound. "Megan," he says, extending his hand. "I'm Hunter." She smiles, warm and genuine, and takes it. Her eyes remain fixed on his lips. Understanding crashes into him all at once. She's deaf. Behind the camera, Derek leans forward, anticipation curling in his chest. This is it. This is the moment. The pause. The discomfort. The excuse. Hunter feels the familiar flicker of anger. Not at Megan, but at the colleagues who set this up without telling him. But the anger doesn't grow. Memory does. Hands moving through the air. A kitchen filled with light. A woman smiling patiently as she corrects his fingers. A language learned before spoken words felt natural. Hunter doesn't hesitate. He pulls out Megan's chair gently. Then, instead of sitting, he lifts his hands. "It's wonderful to meet you," he signs. "Thank you for being here." The air changes. Greg's breath catches. "Wait, what?" Tim stares at the screen. "Is that?" Derek's smile fades. He knows sign language. Megan freezes. Her eyes widen. She looks at his hands. Then his face. Then his hands again. "You know sign language?" She signs, disbelief written across every movement. "My mother was deaf," Hunter replies easily. "It's still my first language." For a moment, Megan can't move. Years of guarded expectations collide with something she never anticipated. Relief floods her expression, raw and unfiltered. In the corner booth, no one speaks. The plan is unraveling. They talk. Not slowly, not carefully, just naturally. Megan's shoulders relax. Her hands move with more confidence. She laughs, a real laugh that makes nearby Diners glance over and smile without knowing why. He's supposed to be uncomfortable, Derek mutters. He's supposed to leave. He looks happy, Greg says quietly. And he does. They talk about